Welcome to the 636 Club. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Good Friday. We thought we'd start slightly different this morning, given the puppers their little run out. I have got 63.5 million and a bit jobs to do this morning before 8:30. Thought we'd get on early, and that didn't happen. I think we're a minute late. Anyway, the puppers need their run out in the morning, so I thought we'd do that first. As you join it, they love to come down for a swim. Here, Flossie, come here, come on here, come on, get in there, come on, in you go, good girl. Here, hey Maggie, here, Maggie, come here. She's not. Here she is. Here she is. And she's lovely. Here, you're gonna get us all wet. Come on in the river. Here, come on. No, it's not time to go yet. It's usually Floss likes to have a swim, but she's not feeling it this morning. Welcome to Good Friday, everybody. Very special day, wonderful day. And if I'm not mistaken, this is as late as Easter can ever get, is it? I don't think we can go past this date. Floss, come on. Always worried that she disappears. Peace, tranquility down here in the River Nith, with the gentle flow coming downstream. Our forecast has changed. If you were with us yesterday for the forecast, slightly, might gonna need to bring an umbrella with you today if you're out and about. Not just here in Dumfries and Galloway, in Dumfries and Galloway, not just here at Dalscone, I was going to say, but in the whole region, and tomorrow as well. So it's a wee bit mixed. I think we're going to be dry till lunchtime-ish. Flossie, come on. They've had their breakfast. They like a wee run out, get their legs stretched. We usually do this after we come off in the morning after the 6:36. But here, come here, come on here, come on. Last night, it's a daily update. Last night they were very well behaved. This morning, they're full of beans. And after my saying, it's maybe going to wait till dinner time before we get a little bit of rain. It's starting to hit us on the head. Welcome. The 6:36 rules still apply, even on Good Friday. You have to let me know where you are, what's your weather like, and let us know, are you having the weekend off, like a lot of places are? Are you working today, like we are? And thank you so many of us joining us this morning. Let's get the puppers up. We have got, see at the top of the hill, we have got the trailer sitting with 2 bags of cake that was delivered yesterday. We're expecting a load of wood chip this morning. So there's a lot going on. So it might be a quicker updated 6:36 this morning. Jump on board. Say goodbye to the river. I was hoping the pups were going to sit down here for a second, but Floss is keen to get back up. And we'll give you a lift back up to the top of the hill. Everybody hold tight. There you all are there, looking at yourselves. Let's go. Now we get to the gate. They usually stop here. That they're doing this morning. Good girl, Maggie. Come on. And we'll shut the gate. They're usually quite good at waiting for me. Well behaved. Nobody say anything. Jason here is talking about them. I hope you enjoyed the wee ride up from the river. Beautiful down there, isn't it? We'll shut that because there's still a few sheep in that field. I think there's 10 or so that of the later expectant mums. There's There's a fisherman coming down on a car, right? We'll let him get settled. Come on, Maggie, let's go. Now we're going through the graveyard, so nobody look. All right, shut your eyes, everybody, because it's a little bit messy. And hopefully they'll run up and straight into their new kennel. We've got their new kennel set up, which is really kind of rockin' cool, I think. They're still kind of getting used to, they're away into the workshop because they're used to going in there. We've left the door. Right, here. Come on, Maggie. And you go. Here, Flossie, come on. This is a new kennel. What do you think? Cool, isn't it? They've got a pen each. They're both away into the same one. Right, we'll leave them in there just now. Right, you can stay into... Okay. Not want to... Here. Meg. Here. Maggie, here. Meg. Here she goes. Right. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Right. All settled. Let's go. That's where our wood chip goes to the biomass boiler in there. And we're expecting a delivery this morning. And I wasn't wanting it to rain, because we're going to need to tip it out in this concrete here. Right. If you can look behind. There we are. And we'll nip up the top of the hill. Seem to have an indicator going here. Let's see something orange flashing away there. All the herdies looking nice and relaxed in the morning light. And those mums there, those mules that are looking at us, they've come in the shed soon as well. I keep saying this. And they're not in yet. Those are expected mums as well. Right, we have arrived. Now, I know the question on everybody's lips this Friday morning, this Good Friday morning, is how many did Kyle have last night? How many do you think? Get your answers in the comments and we'll have a wee look around here. You see a great big red tractor here. This is Sandy Rose, our fencing contractors, and they have been in here for a couple of days, and this little bit here, this is one side of our lamb and kidden shed here, and this is the public access here, and for range you've got a nice cover over the top of you there so you don't get wet and you can still look at the animals. But this bit out the top of it, it's on a hill and it's a kind of triangle shape, and we've never really been able to do anything with it. So Sandy's in, Sandy, Callum and Kenny are in, just putting a couple of fences up, hopefully make a small, very itty bitty tiny paddock in here, a gate on up there, just so we can, it makes it look a little bit better than what it does just now. Welcome to 6:36 if you just joined us this Good Friday. And I did report yesterday it was going to be a lovely day today, I think. Changed, can I change that as we head up to the board to see how Kyle did last night. All right. What do you think? Did he have a busy night or did he have a kind of relaxed night? Let us know. Did he get his continued run of 6 that he's had most nights? Well, let me know. Jan says 4 on Facebook. I haven't seen any comments yet. I do apologise. Patricia on YouTube says 4. Marion says 7. And Joe says 3. Right. Denise says 3. This little rascal here, you can see it's had a little looks like it's just out the shower. Well, this is her baby. She has taken free rein. Kind of, she goes where she likes, and her baby goes with her. Kyle reported the baby here got one on this morning, up here, full speed, zoomy, as fast as you like. Ka-ching, jumped straight into the water trough. So that's why it's looking a little bit wet. Yes, good job he was here. His way into mum for a sook. This lot here, these are expecting mums. What goats are left? Hi, darling. How are you doing? Were you watching Kyle last night? Were you? Yeah? Is he speaking to you? When are you going to give us your babies? If you were our Dalsconis that were here yesterday, I think everybody had a good day because the weather was fine. It was a nice warm day. It was a very busy day. Thank you everybody who came along. I hope you all enjoyed the day. This is what pygmies are left to give birth in this pen. But there was only one birth yesterday while we were open. And that was this lady here, this mule here, who had a set of triplets. And it was a difficult birth. And some of you would have seen it on the supporters page because we only had one yesterday. Difficult birth. So we didn't really make it as public access to everybody that was here as we would have liked, unfortunately. But you did a good job, darling, didn't you? It was a tough time for you. We had lambs upside down, and they were all kind of in different shapes. So we had to kind of lamb that one behind closed doors, if you like. But all doing fine. Where's your three? You had three. Oh, there's one at the back there. Now, those of you who were here yesterday afternoon at 2:00 and watched the babies getting fed their bottles would have seen Farmer Pete starting to help this young lady here take her fleece off. Yeah, starting. Now, I didn't want to put Cammy or any of the sheep shearers to shame, so we didn't do it too quickly, all right? And I didn't want to give her too much upset by sitting on her bum too long. So I started it off, and I know I was anxious that Kyle likes to shear sheep, so we left him to do the rest of it. It wasn't that my back got sore or it was proving very difficult. No, none of that. It was just, Kyle likes to do this, which he did. So here she is. Now, this is Chewbacca's mum. This is Chewbacca here. And since she's been born, been very difficult. Mum wouldn't let Chewbacca sook. So we had the vet out yesterday, and he reckoned she needed her coat off. So, which Kyle has thankfully helped us out. Coat's off. She's a lot happier. Look how happy she's lying there chewing away. And thankfully, pleased to report, now Chewbacca can get in for the sook. Grey-faced Dartmoors. They're a rare breed for a reason, because they come with their different challenges. Coat had got very matted, and the vet reckoned she was very uncomfortable. She'd be better with her coat off. So she's going to have to stay in until maybe the weather gets a little bit warmer. There is a little bit of wool left on there. You will see that. Yes. And not only did he do one, starting to show off now, he did two. Look, and this one was a little bit easier to do. Weren't you, darling? Because her fleece was very matted. But look how cool that is. And now this one's got a name as well, but I cannot remember it. I think it's another Star Wars name to some degree. Does it feel good to have that off? You're having a good old scratch. So this one's then having a good old sook as well. So that's definitely helped getting the coats off them. Let's go have a look at the board. Today is this the 18th? Wookie, thank you, Jean. How did you know? Well done. Chewbacca, and that's Wookie. Both having difficulties getting the sook. Coats off. Job's a good one. Yes, we'll give them a thumbs up. Right. So yesterday, if you remember, 17th, we had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Can anybody see anything on there? I don't know if I'm pleased to report, but let's put it up on the board here. 18th. Is that correct? Is this the 18th? Let me see. They said Easter's very late. 18th, Kitching. Yep, hang on. Pete got it right. I'll give you a tick for that. Last night, Kyle. 0. Nothing. Zilch. No points. Whatever they say in the Eurovision Song Contest. Not a thing. But Kyle continued to be busy all night, looking after the babies. There's 1 or 2 issues with a couple of them. We've got a couple down in the boot room that you always get. He was shearing sheep. And tonight, she's over there. Tonight is the night. Miss Marvel is getting a haircut tonight because we were down there yesterday. And, of course, because the vet said part of the problem is with them getting them matted is our straw better. You know our straw better that we use, machine in front of the JCB that blows it mashes up all the straw and blows it in nice and fine. That's part of the problem because it's getting very fine straw, and the Dreyfus Dartmoors, these fine particles of straw are going into their wool, and that's making it difficult. Probably not really supposed to be inside the Dreyfus Dartmoors, although they are very comfortable. So Miss Marvel, this time tomorrow, all being well, she should be looking very summer-like with her coat off. So no new babies to show you this Good Friday morning. But let's go and have a little look at these two, who seem to be the two that everybody's wanting to talk about. Reason and Reggie, the little rascals. Here is... What's the story with you, darling? Are you the twin one that we did the other day? One black, one white. Not sure. Very Dobby E.T.-esque looking lamb there. Right, can we come in here for a second, ladies? Reason and Reggie. I thought I heard a tractor there. I would say are now 100% bottle fed, aren't you, rascals? You sit there. Come on, Sydney. Come on. Reggie, you coming over in a wee second. And this morning's devotions, while we look at reason, if you want to join us. Thank you, just fix my hat. This Good Friday morning. Now we've got a longer devotions than usual, purely because it's Good Friday. A very important story. A very important true story. It happened a long time ago. And I'd very much love to share it with you. And I would very much love you to stay and listen. So we've got like 2 pages. So sit back for a second. Relax. Watch Reggie. No, don't watch Reason. Reggie will maybe come over in a second. You sit there, darling. There we are. Continuing on from our devotions yesterday, and I think we ended it when the Sanhedrin came and Jesus, after he was betrayed by Judas, and we finished on the disciples fled and left him. So this account of what happened on Good Friday is taken from Mark 15, starting at verse 15. Very early in the morning, the leading priests, the elders, and the teachers of the religious law the entire high council met to discuss their next step. They bound Jesus, led him away, and took him to Pilate, the Roman governor. Pilate asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus replied, "You have said it." Then the leading priests kept accusing him of many crimes, and Pilate asked him, "Aren't you going to answer them? What about all these charges they are bringing against you?" But Jesus said nothing, to Pilate's surprise. Now, it was governor's custom each year during the Passover celebration to release one prisoner, anyone the people requested. One of the prisoners at that time was Barabbas, a revolutionary who had committed murder in an uprising. The crowd went to Pilate and asked him to release a prisoner, as usual. "Wouldn't you like me to release you, this king of the Jews?" Pilate asked, for he realized by now that the leading priest had arrested Jesus out of envy. But at this point, the leading priest stirred up the crowd to demand the release of Barabbas instead of Jesus. Pilate asked them, "Then what should I do with this man you call the king of the Jews?" They shouted back, "Crucify him." "Why?" Pilate demanded. "What crime has he committed?" But the mob roared even louder, "Crucify him." So to pacify the crowd, Pilate released Barabbas to them. He ordered Jesus to be flogged with a lead-tipped whip, then turned him over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. The soldiers took Jesus into the courtyard of the governor's headquarters, called the Paradome, and called out the entire regiment. They dressed him in a purple robe, and they wove branches into the crowd and put a crown on his head. Then they saluted him and taunted, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck him on the head with a reed stick, spat on him, and dropped to their knees in mock worship. When they were finally tired of mocking him, they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes on him again. Then they led him away to be crucified. A passerby named Simon, who was from Cyrene, was coming in from the countryside just then, and the soldiers forced him to carry Jesus' cross. Simon was the father of Alexander and Rufus, and they brought Jesus to a place called Golgotha, which means place of the skull. They offered him wine drugged with myrrh, but he refused it. The soldiers nailed him to the cross. They divided his clothes and threw dice to decide who would get each piece. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when they crucified him. A sign announced the charge against him. It read, "King of the Jews." 2 revolutionaries were crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. The people passing by shouted abuse, shaking their heads in mockery. "Ha! Look at you now," they yelled at him. "You said you were going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Well then, save yourself and come down from the cross." The leading priests and teachers of religious law also mocked Jesus. "He saved others," they scoffed, "but he can't save himself. Let this Messiah, the King of Israel, come down from the cross so we can see it and believe it's him." Even the men who were crucified with Jesus ridiculed him. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. Then at 3 o'clock, Jesus called out in a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, 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 lima sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you abandoned me?" Some of the bystanders misunderstood and thought he was calling for the prophet Elijah. One of them ran and filled a sponge with sour wine, holding it up to him on a reed stick so he could drink. "Wait," he said. "Let's see whether Elijah comes to take him down." Then Jesus uttered another loud cry and breathed his last, and the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. When the Roman officer who stood facing him saw how he had died, he exclaimed, "This truly was the Son of God." Some women were there watching from a distance, including Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of James, the younger, and of Joseph. They had been followers of Jesus and had cared for him while he was in Galilee. Many other women who came from Jerusalem were also there. All this happened on Friday, the day of preparation, the day before the Sabbath. As evening approached, Joseph of Arimathea took a risk and went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. Joseph was an honoured member of the High Council, and he was waiting for the kingdom of God to come. Pilate couldn't believe that Jesus was already dead. So he called for the Roman officer and asked if he had died yet. The officer confirmed that Jesus was dead. So Pilate told Joseph he could have the body. Joseph brought a long sheet of linen cloth. They took Jesus' body down from the cross, wrapped it in the cloth, and laid him in a tomb that had been carved out of the rock. Then he rolled a stone in front of the entrance. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Joseph, saw where Jesus' body was laid. Amen. And may the Lord bless that very special reading of his word this Friday morning. But that was Friday. Jesus died. They put him in a tomb. Is that the end of the story? I think you know it's not. Join us tomorrow morning as the story continues, as we head towards that triumphant day on Sunday. Amen. Thank you for staying with me and joining the devotions this morning. What do you think, Raisin? You've been a good baby, haven't you? Yeah? Nothing in there. Are you still hungry? That's your 6:36 Club, Dalsconis. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would join us on Sunday morning, on Easter Sunday, this Sunday, join us for worship from Dumfries Baptist Church. We stream our Sunday service every Sunday, but this very special Sunday, it's a family service. It'll be a different format. If you've never been to church before, or you can't get out, or you would just like to join us, 10:30 on YouTube, just punch in Dumfries Baptist Church, and you'd be more than welcome. The only thing we can't share with you is the coffee that will be available before the service and after. Or join us in person here in Dumfries at church. And it's a family service, so we'll have coffee at the beginning and the end, which is really cool. So if you'd like to be there, 10:30 on Sunday morning, it'd be wonderful to join us. If you've never been to church, you can't get out, or for some reason you can't make it to your own, join us online. We will be back tomorrow morning at 6:36 as our 6:36 Easter specials continue. And if you're coming to see us today, hopefully we had one birth yesterday, none overnight, so hopefully there'll be something today while you're here. We continue to ask if you're coming to see us this weekend, with everybody being off. Lots of people off today and tomorrow and Monday. If you could, please get your tickets in advance. That would be great. It just helps us prepare for to know how many's coming, so that we don't get overwhelmed and everybody can have a good fun day. Who's been on this morning? Let me see. Thank you, Farmer Pete. Have a great day. Says, who said that? Anne-Marie Filkin. Thank you, Anne-Marie. And another Anne-Marie, she's a Fiona fan. Good morning. Morning, Grace. Lovely to see you yesterday. Hope you got home safely. Celia and Grace were down seeing us yesterday. Hope you enjoyed your couple of days. They had a couple of days down at Maybe House Hotel and enjoyed the splendour of Dumfries and Galloway as well. Andrew says coffee time. Yes, I'm just bang on time. I've got all my jobs done. I need to be at the cash and carry this morning very early and get all the messages. So Dalsconis in the supporters group, members group, the drive home hopefully will be a bit earlier this morning. So from Raisin, Reggie's over there underneath the heat lamp, enjoying a little bit of R&R away from his pal. See you all tomorrow. God bless. On Good Friday. Have a wonderful day. Ta-da!